Hello and welcome to this video. My name is ActiQ and this video is sort of an IRL video, and since I don't talk about my IRL stuff too much on my channel, I just want to tell you that I'm 22 years old and I have decent health and I also have decent shape. I go running maybe a couple of times a week and I don't have any that large health issues. However, something special happened this week which prevented me from recording my GE Basics video, because that requires a lot of editing and I just can't do a lot of editing at the moment because my right arm hurts a lot. So everything except for the background footage for this video I'm making entirely with my left hand. So what happened with my right arm is that on Wednesday my right arm fell out of the socket when I was just stretching my arms after waking up from a nap. And this is something that has happened to me a lot. This has happened like 12 times in total, but never has it been this much and never has it been this painful. And the reason for it being so painful is because I was unable to reposition my arm myself and we had to call the ambulance with my girlfriend. So I waited for the ambulance for 30 minutes and during this time my arm was always out of the socket, so I was not able to put it back on and I had to wait for some personnel to help me with this problem. And when they arrived they gave me some strong painkiller and then they were able to pull it back to the right place, but they had to use quite a lot of force, which is unusual, and this has happened to me multiple times and never has it taken this much force either. And it took a lot of force simply because it was out of the place for so long time, so because it was 30 minutes out of the place and all my muscles were just gathering a lot of fluid. I also had some kind of a compression in my arteries and also in my nerves, so I had a tingling sensation in my fingers and my right arm was turning blue. So there was sort of an emergency, but then again it's not a life-threatening emergency, so I do definitely understand that it took them 30 minutes to arrive, because maybe there was somebody who had a life-threatening problem. Either way, I have never experienced such pain and this has happened to me so many times, so it was kind of horrid experience and that was the longest 30 minutes of my entire life. So now that this has happened so often and now that I wasn't able to put it to the place myself, I will most likely have to have some kind of surgery to my right arm, and if that causes some service disruptions with my YouTube channel, I'm sorry for that, but I will obviously put my own health on the first place over YouTube, because YouTube is mainly just a hobby. But if you want to hear a story of how this started out, it's simply this, that when I was 16 years old, I had a girlfriend which wanted to teach me how to throw the spear because she was doing that as a hobby. So we were throwing a spear at some kind of sports field and this girl was just teaching me the right technique, and this involves a lot of twisting, and obviously since I wanted to make the spear go really far, I used a lot of force, and this caused my shoulder to fall out of the socket for the first time. So there was high forces and some kind of trauma, but I was able to reposition my shoulder back then. And ever since this has happened like maybe once every 6 months or once a year, for a total of about 12 times. And obviously this kind of thing can happen to anybody, but in our family we have good genes when it comes to maybe things like achieving things at university or achieving things at school, so we are a very academic family. But in our family we have bad genes when it comes to joints. So it seems like every person in our family have some kind of problem with joints, like my mother and also my grandfather. But I suppose it's not the worst kind of problem, because you can nowadays fix your joints with some surgery and usually you get decent results. So I might have to have some kind of surgery for my right arm, and that may cause me not being able to make videos, because I've noticed that it's extremely difficult to even record the simplest audio with simply using my left hand, because I always want to take out the parts when I just don't speak, and that requires some accuracy with my mouse hand, and since I'm not used to using the mouse with my left hand, that's quite difficult. But yeah, I wanted to share this story because it may cause me not being able to make the update video for next week. We will have to see how it's going to work out. But yeah, my right arm is really hurting at the moment. I'm taking a lot of painkillers at the moment, and I'm not using it for anything, so I'm playing RuneScape with my left hand only, and for this reason I'm camping the Rorarius. But yeah, I hope you have enjoyed hearing this story. It's kind of an awful story, but yeah, other than that, I thank you for watching this video, and I'll see you in my next video.